daughter of the Kanjo Commission's Hiragi clan and the master of the Tenryou Commission's Kujo clan are getting married.
Sounds like an all-around...
For sure. I'm just surprised. It seems very...
Good luck to them, I say. I'm sure it must have been...
Looks like the wedding is definitely going ahead.
Huh. I wonder if they'll go anywhere nice for their honeymoon.
Ugh, don't tell me that you're thinking of adventuring...
It's still too early to make that conclusion. Our adversary wants to push this marriage past the point of no return. However, we can still beat them at their own game. But only if Kujo Kamaji is willing to help us.
Welcome. I just heard that the news of my wedding has been officially announced. It seems so sudden. I wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, about that. It's kinda complicated.
I see. So someone's trying to take advantage of our marriage.
If you proceed with the wedding, the repercussions for you are likely to be minimal. But we must take Lady Hiragi's situation into consideration.
I've previously considered this possibility. But in the end, we're getting married for true love. And I've promised her that I'll do everything in my power to protect her.
I understand where you're coming from, but to be frank, or to put it another way, you have tacitly admitted that Lady Hiragi will need your help to get through the hard times ahead. I don't mean to criticize you. It is natural to want to protect our loved ones. You're an intelligent and gentle person, and I'm sure you would have been able to think about this more objectively were you not so emotionally involved in the situation. I'm sure you admire Lady Hiragi for being the independent, gentle, resilient, and strong-willed person she is. For the sake of marrying you, this wonderful woman will become someone who has to depend on you for the rest of... Are you really okay with that?
I love her with all my heart, and would do anything to make her happy. That's why I cannot abide to see her suffer or be manipulated by other... Yashiro Commissioner, you're right. It was naive and selfish of me to take things this far. But it's too late now, isn't it? There are notices everywhere.
I have a plan, but, Sir Kujo, in order for my plan to work, you and I must both play the role of antagonists. But it is not without its risks. Are you willing to help?
If there's a way to salvage this, then let's hear it.
I've told the people at the Kanjo Commission that the context for this is that they are planning to use this marriage to bring down the Hiragi clan. And the key to their success is coming up against no resistance. But what if we were to imagine for a moment that since the affairs of the Vision Hunt decree, the only reason you have been hesitant to act since taking over the Tenryou Commission, and so... Your plan is to liaise with the Yashiro Commission, to marry her and bring her out of the Kanjo Commission. Once that is achieved, as the person in charge of the Tenryou Commission...
I see. This is an ingenious plan. It takes advantage of the situation perfectly.
Exactly. Our purpose is to change Lady Hiragi's position from an unnecessary burden. By doing so, we can even strengthen her position in the Kanjo Commission. Once our adversaries realize how the network of connections behind the scenes really looks, they'll do their then we simply leave them to clear up the mess they've created.
Got it.
So the network of connections? This is all way too complicated for Paimon. Can you just...
We have to make sure that the behind-the-scenes story comes to the attention of our dear Matsura, with whom I spoke earlier, will now be fearing the worst. No doubt he'll be... In that case... He will almost certainly have placed informants throughout Inazuma City. Sir Kujo, there are certain things that I need you to attend to personally. It's almost time. My ninja has located one of the informants. That person is one of Matsura's informants. Let's follow him. Be careful.
Did you see that? Sir Kujo Kamaji just came past here with a huge group of people.
Could it be related to the wedding announcement?
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we'd made less noise.
That person is one of Matsura's. Let's follow him.
Did you see that? Sir Kujo Kamaji just came past here with a huge group of people.
Could it be related to the wedding announcement?
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
The Tenryo Commission has sent a load of people to Rito. I guess it must have something to do with the wedding. I think in all there must have been about 100 people so far.
That doesn't sound good. What could be going on? I hope it's just Sir Kujo Kamaji being overcautious. The news is spreading fast, but it appears Master's fears may be well placed. There's no way they sent this many people just to escort the bride. I have to investigate.
He ran off!
As expected. Let's follow him.
Wow! It's like the whole Tenryo Commission is here.
Excuse me, has something happened on this road? I'm a businessman passing through, and it's a little disconcerting to see this place so heavily guarded.
Ah, please don't be alarmed. As I'm sure you've heard, Sir Kujo decided to send for Lady Hiragi ahead of time, and have her live in Ina's...
I see.
We are here to clear the way for Lady Hiragi. Not just us, either. You'll see more Tenryo Commission members as you go further along. We're all here for the same duty.
Isn't...
Sir Kujo holds Lady Hiragi in the highest regard, and wants to treat her with the utmost respect.
I understand. Sorry to disturb your... Drat. It's exactly as Master feared. They say they're here to guard the road, but really they're poised to attack if Master doesn't allow Lady Hiragi to leave Rito. Wait, no. If Lady Hiragi does leave, they'll have all the more reason to strike. I must tell Master right away.
He ran off again!
That should do it. The seeds have been sown. In this... Now, we wait patiently for it to grow and ferment.
Are they really gonna own up and apologize?
If you're curious to find out, I have some other business to... In any case, we've made our move. It's only a matter of time before... Well then, goodbye for now. I truly hope that things will work out in Hiragi Chisato's best interests.
He left kind of abruptly. Are things really gonna turn out like he predicted? Paimon too!
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
These people from the Tenryou Commission have been here for days.
I guess they're here to pick up Lady Hiragi.
I heard that the Kanjo Commission suddenly said they don't want Lady Hiragi to leave. To be honest, I'd be hesitant if I were her. A crowd this size comes to Rito?
Shh, stay quiet. Someone might hear you.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Hello. How may I help? We arrived here 2 days ago to escort Lady Hiragi. Sir Kujo Kamaji gave us very strict orders, so we have to obey. But every time we attempt to receive the bride, since we haven't fulfilled our duties yet, we decided to stay in Rito until Lady Hiragi is ready to come with us. We apologize. It was not our intention to stay here so long. We promise our presence here will not impact ordinary people's lives. We can only hope that the leaders of the Hiragi... If this stalemate continues, who knows? Sir Kujo...
How much longer does your master plan to hold them off?
I have no idea. We're stuck in limbo here. Master's been very on edge these past few days. He gets irate over the smallest things, and is suspicious of everything. I understand that he's anxious, but I mean, what can we do?
Yeah, good advice. With him, you just know that whatever he's doing, if Lady Hiragi is really taken away, then what will the Tenryou Commission do?
Maybe we should tell Master to discuss things.
Hiragi Chisato is now at the center of every conversation in Rito. By now, the Kanjo Commission probably knows how important she is. But what about what she thinks? Oh, let's go and see.
Oh, Traveler! I assume you've heard about everything that's been going on.
Don't worry, we can explain everything. So, what happened was...
After the Tenryou Commission arrived, they suddenly became alarmed. They keep having secretive discussions, and I never would have thought that this was Sir Kamisato's plan. Now it all makes sense. I'm sorry. Maybe there's no right or wrong decision. Maybe everything would be easier if I used to tell myself things like this to avoid having to think about it. But once I saw the notice, I didn't feel reassured at all. I keep thinking back to what Sir Kamisato said. This is supposed to be my bright and beautiful future. I can happily accept that if someone was trying to take advantage of but that's not the answer I'm looking for. And all—
Ah, Lady Hiragi, here you are. You scared me for a second. You... Wait, you're the ones who were with the Yashiro Commissioner that day. What do you think you're doing here? Are you trying to convince Lady Hiragi to leave?
Calm down. They're my friends. They're just here to visit me.
Friends? Are you sure? Just friends? Lady Hiragi, I told you already, these are exceptional circumstances. You need to be more vigilant in everything you do. You are extremely important to us, and to the entire Kanjo Commission. Who's to say they don't have a hidden agenda?
If you want to accuse us of trying to abduct her, just come out and say it!
Don't be rude. You've been very highly strung lately, seeing everything as a threat. Listen to me. I know all the ins and outs of everything that's happened so far. Her arrival might well be your very last chance to fix this. The present state of affairs in Rito shows me that the situation has escalated well past the point where you could hope to control it. If this deadlock continues any longer, we will have nothing to gain and much to lose. This is not an order. All I need you to do is give me an explanation and take responsibility for the situation.
Understood, my lady. I shall discuss with the others right away.
Good job, Chisato. You handled that well.
I was so nervous. But I thought things are now so critical that I should at least give it a try. And it worked remarkably well. Yes, well, let's...
We had a serious discussion and reflected on our mistakes. In all honesty, no one can handle the weight of the situation here. Everyone is besides themselves with worry. I'm so sorry. My actions were radical and would you please give us a second chance? For my lady's sake, please give the Kanjo Commission another... I suppose you're right. The only person who can change the Tenryou Commission's mind will be the Yashiro Commissioner. We'll head off to the Kamisato estate shortly and beseech him to help us with the utmost sincerity. Lady Hiragi, might I ask you to join us? You are the most important person. Without you, we have no other way. By the way, aren't you a good friend of the Yashiro Commissioner? Please put in some good words for me.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Osmantha.
Yashiro, Commissioner, I'm sure you've heard the news. The Tenryo Commission has now occupied Rito, refusing to leave until we hand Lady Hiragi over to them. I realize I have greatly offended you with my atrocious actions, and I realize also that this must sound like the very height of absurdity. But please, have mercy, good sir.
I'm sorry, Mr. Matsura. I'm exceptionally busy and have but a moment to spare before my next engagement. I fear this leaves no time for small talk. So, please, if you would be so kind, get straight to the point.
I know our apology means nothing to you, but Lady Hiragi is indispensable to us. We promise. So, would it be at all possible?
You make it sound so easy. The Tri-Commission, to lose face for the Tri-Commission, is to bring shame to her.
We'll take full responsibility. We'll do everything we can to minimize.
But the Tri-Commission must always put the interests of Inazuma first. If the situation in Rito is left to fester any further, things may get out of control. But Lady Hiragi and if we fail to contain the situation promptly, the rumor mill will wreak havoc on the... Try keeping a pet bird. You'll see what I mean. Songbirds who know how to hold a tune can be very pleasant to listen to, but they can also become irritating if they don't know when to stop. And as for the ones with excessively long tongues, well, they're so insufferable that they can't be kept as pets at all. But it doesn't take a moment to cut out their tongues and silence them for good.
Yes, I understand.
I've listened to your concerns, and I'll talk to Sir Kujo for you. But I can't guarantee that he will change his mind.
I understand. Thank you for your help, Yashiro Commissioner.
All right, you ought to return now. I'm sure you have a sizable mess to deal with back in the Kanjo Commission.
Okay, then please excuse me. Thank you once again, Commissioner.
Ah, yes, Lady Hiragi. I have something to tell you. Would you mind?
Oh? Why, of course. Sir Kamisato, you became a completely different person just now. It felt so intense.
Unruly servants like him need to be severely reprimanded. But now...
Oh, please.
You must have heard that the Kamisato clan once went through and my father worked incredibly hard to compensate for the grave errors made by the Kamisato clan long ago and restore our reputation. My mother loved him dearly. She passed soon after. This sudden turn of events dealt a heavy blow to the Yashiro Commission. Everyone thought that the Kamisato clan had lost power. That made my... It may sound preposterous now, but I assure...
Pretty similar.
Back then, I had no choice but to accept the position I was in. While I desperately looked around for powerful support, I had no other choice. I had to honor my parents' dying wishes, and I also had a young sister to take care of. I didn't mind what became of me, but my family... No one can ever be allowed to trample over my precious family. Fortunately, I persisted, and the Kamisato clan was able to survive this storm.
I think I now know where my sense of loss and confusion was coming from. Shinojo once told me that he saw what was in me, in a way that no one else did. That's why he couldn't bear to see me live the rest of my life depending on someone else. I thought the reason I felt unsettled was because of uncertainty over getting married. But the fact is, it's because I felt too young and inexperienced to handle the situation.
The reason why Sir Kujo was able to face the prospect of marriage so...
That's it. The situation I'm facing now, when his clan was in crisis, he bravely drew his blade. It is time for me to make a...
Well said. I'm sure once you have grown and gained confidence, it might not sound exciting, But this kind of
And I'm sure I can get there. I will use this as an opportunity to take over the responsibilities of the Hiragi clan. This puts less pressure on Kamaji, and means I can support and protect myself without having to worry about...
My best wishes to both of you were and remain heartfelt.
Thank you, Sir Kamisato. I am... Now, if you'll excuse me...
Take care, Lady Hiragi.
Yes. In fact, my recent experience suggests the same. Thank you once again.
She really has the air of a leader now. Hats off to you too, sir. Everyone thought there was no way out until you pulled that super smart strategy out of nowhere.
In fact, counter-checking is a perfectly common maneuver in the game of chess. Our rival this time was easy to deal with. He was smart, but short-sighted, and sloppy in his execution. This outcome is entirely within my expectation.
Even so, Paimon could never come up with... Anyway, it's kind of a relief to see that you...
I agree. Stability in Inazuma benefits me as well. I wasn't about to pass up an opportunity to make less trouble for myself. Well, perhaps for Master Matsura, power is his life's pursuit. A stable nation is the prerequisite for a stable Yashiro Commission. Only then can the Kamisato clan and the other Yashiro Commission clans have a peaceful existence. But human desire will always be a factor in the equation. All I have tried to do is make sure the three parties to the Tri-Commission serve to restrain each other. Stasis is not the only form of stability. A balance of power leaving no room for maneuver achieves the same end. Another positive outcome is that everyone recognizes how important Lady Hiragi is now. I think I did her a sizable favor in that regard. Dealing with the Hiragi clan will be much easier for her than navigating a new and unfamiliar one.
Whew. There were so many things at play over this one wedding! Wait a second! You weren't trying to stop the wedding from the very beginning, were you?
I thought straight away it was bad timing. Nevertheless, everything I said to Hiragi Chisato was entirely sincere. If you choose to give up your stance on something once, you'll be having to compromise for the rest of your life. I didn't want to see her suffer because she didn't realize what she was getting into. Now, she has the chance to become her own person. Let's see who she becomes.
Okay then, guess we'll have to wait and see.
All right. Farewell.
Looks like everything's resolved. Masterfully done. Everything was perfect. Well, except for one minor detail. I somehow ended up with a glass of very peculiar tasting milk.
Didn't you like it? I distinctly remember you saying you are quite partial to exotic flavors.
Oh! My lord?
The Traveler had one of those as well.
I'm sure she's made a great impression on you.
The Traveler did indeed play a critical role in this case. I'm sure both families would have been more guarded. It wouldn't have been so easy to get to the heart of the matter.
There you go again, my lord. Placing the focus on other people while discreetly performing your job to perfection.
Naturally. Ah, yes. Now that we're both free, let's finish off that game of chess we started a few days ago.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
I shall protect the Lady of the Clan.